Hi guys, it's still Mr. Richard. We are on grade 11 question paper, Eastern Cape. This paper is written in the province called Eastern Cape in South Africa. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go. One, two, three. Subscribe. We thank you. Let's grow this community. Let's grow this community. So let's start with the first question, 3.1. If tan b minus 5 is equal to 0 and 90 is greater than b but lesser or equal to 360, determine the value of sine b plus cos b with the aid of a sketch. Right, let's start. Okay. What we can see from 3.1 is that we have tan 12 tan b subtracted by 5 equated to 0. We need to write this in a standard form. So we are going to say tan b. Remember, the aim is to make tan b the subject of the formula. Then taking negative 5 will be positive. We will then divide both sides by 12. Right. So we are left with tan b, which is 5 all over 12, which is the same as y all over x. Remember, opposite all over adjacent. So since tan is positive, our diagram definitely will be on the third quadrant. So meaning that y will be negative and x will be negative. These are negative x and these are y negative. There are y values here that are negative, right? So what we are, since the question says that we need to determine the value of sine b plus cos b. So what is missing is it's the hypotenuse. We can use a theorem of Pythagoras to find the hypotenuse. So we are going to say we have 12 there. So remember, it's negative 12 squared plus negative 5 squared equated to r squared. That will be 144 plus 25 equated to r squared. So let's see. It will be 144 plus 25, that's 169. Square root of 169, that will be 13. Right, we are going to take r that's positive, because we cannot have a hypotenuse that is negative. Right. So they said with the aid of a sketch. Then remember I told you that our diagram will be on the third quadrant. This is where sine is positive. So we are going to have something like this. The angle will go this side, which is angle B. Okay. So yes, we are going to have drawing this, constructing this will be a right triangle. Remember that this here it's negative 12 and here it's negative 5. Our r it's 13, which is the hypotenuse. Then you have shown with the aid of a sketch. So yours will be beautiful because you will be using a ruler, not like mine. If sine 43 is equals to p, determine the value of the following in terms of p without a calculator. So we have to reduce where it's necessary, and we can see that there's a negative angle there, right? You need to remember your cast diagram very well. Right, let's put it into practice. Since at 3.2, 3.2.1, we are told that if sine 43 is equals to p, so we need to write first thing first, we need to write cos 133 in terms of p. So you have to reduce this by subtracting by 180. 180 subtracted, cos is closer to 180, that's why I subtracted by 180. Oh, that gives me 47. Okay, that gives me 47. I still have to change this. 90 minus 47. Oh, that means it's a cofunction. Firstly, it's a cofunction. So that means I was supposed to say 90 plus 43. Sorry for that. 90 plus 43 is 133. So in this case, I was supposed to say cos 90 plus 43, which is equal to 133. So which quadrant is this? According to our CAS diagram, all science teachers are crazy. They take coffee. Okay, this is the second quadrant. How is cos at the second quadrant? It's negative. Definitely sine will take, it will be negative. Sine for the 3, it will take the sine of cos. So we are going to have negative p in this case, right? So we are going to 3.2.2. At 3.2.2, we were told to determine tan negative 43 in terms of, this is a negative angle, in terms of p. Okay, so what we are going to do there, we are going to say, this is 3.2.2, we are going to say tan negative for the 3. How is tan at the fourth quadrant? Definitely it's negative, so it's going to be negative tan 43 degrees. So from here, what you can do is to remember that side the ratio of tan, that will be y all over x. Since it's y all over x, remember that from here we're supposed to draw a sketch also here. I just saw the mistake. So 43 will be here. Since it's sine 43 degrees, it will be here. Sorry for my ugly sketch there. This is sine, it's opposite all over hypotenuse, so it's going to be p all over 1. Our opposite will be p, the hypotenuse will be 1. So we are going to look for the adjacent side. How do we get the adjacent side there? We are going to use a theorem of Pythagoras. So it's going to be 1 squared is equals to opposite, which is p squared, plus the missing side, so I'll call it x then. Okay, take p to the other side, it's going to be 1 minus p squared, which is equals to x squared. Root both sides, it will be plus or minus, so it's going to be 1 minus root p squared. So let's take the positive 1 here. So in this case, we are going to have tan, remember it's opposite all over adjacent. So what is our opposite? According to this, it will be p. So you're going to have p all over root 1 minus p squared. So that's how you were supposed to work out this thing, right? That's it with 3.2. Let's visit 3.3. At 3.3, we are required to simplify each of the following without using a calculator. Let's simplify. We are going to simplify. How are we going to simplify here? We have to know that this is a cofunction. How is sine at 90 minus x? That's the first quadrant, meaning the sine will be cos x, right? How is sine 360 minus x at the fourth quadrant? Right. Remember, it changes since it's a cofunction. This will be negative sine x divided, we're going to have positive tan x. Why positive tan x? So when we write this, it's the same as negative 180 plus x. How is tan at the fourth quadrant? It's positive, so we are going to have tan x in this case, right? Some will do it in another way, but still correct. I know that some will factor out negative there, but it's still correct. So we know that you're having negative cos all over sine x. We need to change tan since it's a quotient identity. It's going to be sine all over cos. So what is the reciprocal of this? The inverse of this, the reciprocal. What is going to happen here? We are going to put multiplication. So it's going to be cos x divided by sine x. What is cos times cos, that will be negative cos squared x. What is sine times x? Is going to be sine squared x. So we're going to have negative cos squared x and sine squared x. So that's how you can work out with the 3.3.1. Let's go to 3.3.2. Tan 205 and 315, blah blah blah. Let's go. Let's put this into practice. Yes, let's put this into practice. Let's start with tan 205. So we are going to subtract by 180 here. So actually we are reducing 205 subtracted by 180, that is 25. Yes, so it's the same as 180 plus 25, so it's 205. So it's going to be tan 180, which is a home for tan 180 plus 25. Let's go to cos 315 there. So we're going to 360. We're going to say 360 subtracted by 315. So we're looking the one that are closer. So it's going to be 45. So cos 360, 360. Come on. 360 subtracted by 45. That will be 315. So we are going to have cos 360 okay, subtracted by 45. Then we're going to sine 135. This is the same as 180 minus 45, right? Okay. 180 minus 45.